Question 5, still in the same paper, June 2023. 5A, examine ways in which organizations may benefit from having effective succession management plans. How can an organization benefit from having effective succession management plan? So we need to understand what succession management plan is, and in simple words, you can say this is how an organization prepares for replacement within an organization when positions become vacant, either from retirement of the employees, either from sudden death, either from economic conditions, name it. As long as you prepare in a way that there's a vacant position, it's here, and you need to fill it, then how you prepare in order for you to get people from within rather than starting to recruit, that is what we call succession management plan. So it will always help you to fill vacant positions when they come, so that you cannot get caught off guard. So the benefits of you having such plans: number one, it always protects the business from a sudden or unexpected change. Yes, anything can happen within the organization. Someone might resign abruptly without even a notice. What happens? Someone might retire, early retirement. Someone might vanish. What do you do when such circumstances come across? That is why you need to have these plans, succession management plans, because they normally help you in such situations. They come in handy when such situations arise within the organization. So they protect the business from a sudden or unexpected change. Number two, these plans also promote training and development. Why? Because you are being exposed to other roles. You are being elevated. Sometimes maybe the people you are being getting the training or the development for higher positions or for higher roles. So in other words, you are getting exposure to higher roles. Also, you are getting the necessary training to become a leader in future, and that will help you to develop in one way or the other. So through having the succession management plans in place within the organization, they promote the issues to do with training and development. And then also they help in long-term talent planning and retention. You plan yourself as far as your employees is concerned. You know what employee needs to have what. In case this happens, who will fill this position. You'll be able to understand all that. And once the employees see that you have a future with them, it's easy for them to get engaged with you for a very long period of time. So that is what will bring about the retention. And then also succession management plans minimizes recruitment costs. When a position becomes vacant without even notice, you'll be able to get people to fill the vacant positions from within. You'll not have to go start advertising again, people to apply, people to do shortlisting, screening of their applications. All that will be put into pause, basically because you've tried to prepare earlier in advance. So when you have the succession management plans in place within the organization, you minimize the recruitment costs as well. Number 5, maintain loyalty to the organization. Yes, since employees know that you have a future with them, you're preparing them for the future, then they'll have that trust with you. They'll basically feel that comfort knowing that I can grow when I'm in this particular organization. That is why the organization is taking me to levels. So that is why the organization is basically training me and preparing me for higher responsibilities or even more responsibilities. And as a result of that, you get to see that your employees become loyal to you. So that is also another benefit. And lastly, it helps to identify employees for key positions. Now that you'll understand which employees are exposed to which roles, are exposed to which training, you'll be able to know who is who, and in case when a vacant position comes across, which employee can basically fill that gap better, and so on and so forth. So those are some of the benefits that an organization will get from having effective succession management plans. So that is number 5A. And then number 5B, assess the challenges that an organization may face in seeking to become a learning organization. What are some of the challenges will you face when you are seeking to become a learning organization? Remember, we looked at a learning organization, we even came up with the characteristics of a learning organizations, and most organizations are embracing the learning because we are living in a very dynamic environment. Things keep on changing, so it's not unless you have the ability and the urge and the zeal to learn, that is when you'll be able to learn. But if you don't have that ability and the urge and the purge to learn, then definitely you remain irrelevant because you remain obsolete, you remain outdated, and people lose appeal with you as an organization. So organizations are really looking forward to ensure that they embrace learning, they embrace new ways of doing things because of the nature of the business environment, the nature at which it's changing, and so on. So what are some of the challenges do you come across as an organization when you're preparing to become a learning organization? Some of the challenges that I've captured here. Number 1, lack of enough support or resources to implement the culture of learning. Yes, you might miss this support either from the board, from the executives, or even from the employees, name it. When this support is not there, it becomes difficult for you to embrace the culture of learning within the organization. You might face resistance to change, mostly more so from the employees. If the employees are rigid and they don't want to change, that can also frustrate you, of which is also a challenge. And then sometimes you might face challenge with the goals. You might lack clear goals of the learning culture or of the learning process, which might make you to lose focus. So that can also be a challenge. You might have challenge with the incentives. You might not have the required incentives or the necessary incentives that are needed to basically transit from just a mere organization to a learning organization. You'll need a lot of incentives, from resources to money to labor, and so on and so forth. So when all these incentives are not there, basically also becomes difficult. And then also challenge with the process of transition. Remember, when you talk of learning is all about being ready to change. Are you ready to move together as one within the organization or not? So sometimes the process of you embracing that change, people to transit from one stage to the other in the learning process can also be challenging. So that is also another challenge. So that is our number 5 of the paper. Let's meet in our next question. Thank you.